My name is Dhungana. I am from Southasia Insitute of Advanced Studies based in Nepal, Kathmandu. We work in environmental rights, environmental justice, local governance, and public policy research and engagement work, mostly in Nepal and to some extent in other countries in South Asia. Yeah, in our research work and engagement, we find a great deal of moments of injustices. One particularly relates to the struggles of local people over their access and rights over natural resources. One particular thing is about forest resource. There have been very competing claims, and there have been several struggles by grassroots people about their rights, and there have been also about irrigation. There have been irrigation disputes, and there is a persistent inability to address concerns of grassroots groups there. And also there have been a systemic problem within government also, how the government behaves and what kind of rights and entitlements does it provide to citizens. So within local government, government system, for the past 12 years, there is no elected, municipal councils, district councils. So a huge amount of billions of rupees have been sort of pocketed away by officials, and there is less accountability and voice there, so that the funds meant for social services and public goods are just siphoned away. One of the major difficulties that we find in the context of Nepal is that, there have been a good range of articulations, movements coming up over the past 2 decades. But the challenge is what is the credible voice? How to establish a credible voice so that it is heard and it is accepted by government and other actors. So how we ensure that the movement leaders have the credible voice and are acceptable to everybody. That I think that remains a challenge there. Well, I think it is more system in the context of Nepal. Basically, Nepal is going through a very intense kind of political transition that went through during 1996 to 2006, a Maoist insurgency that killed over 17,000 people, and there have been no constitution. There is we are not still clear about what are the constitutional principles within which the state, polity, and economy have to be guided, right? So that is a kind of the overall polity is in flux. Right? So in that context, what needs is a consensual, how we nurture consensus between competing parties, actors, and hold a constructive dialogue between movements, government apparatus, and things like that. So what is essential is to nurture dialogues and engagement between those actors. Well, there is a kind of broad, let's say, rhetorical consensus among several actors in Nepal that they are committed. Political parties are committed to a just, prosperous and peaceful society. That remains a sort of a distant goal, and how that is to be achieved. I think one of the things is that the whole Nepal is a developing country, whole governance apparatus. What is the role of the government in providing supports and services and rights and entitlements to the people? I think these are the things that have to be clarified politically first, and also sort of internalized into political social movements and mobilizations. So I think that's a more broad kind of range of actions are necessary, I think.